This is a video response to one of my very first videos I put on this channel called Problems with the Korean Education System. It's a video I made almost 2 years ago, and it's been one of my most popular videos. Now I am finished with being an English teacher. I've been an English teacher here in Daejeon, South Korea for 2 years, and I'm currently in the process of leaving Korea forever. And I think that I should respond to a lot of the buzz that was created on that video. Some people called me racist. Some people try to defend the Korean education system. And I think it's appropriate that I now say the advantages of the Korean education system. Well, I think in America we have this big idea that when you are a child, your childhood should be enjoyed. Your childhood should be a time of great innocence and love and care and happiness. And I was raised like that. I had a lot of fun in my childhood. But another part of it is I really didn't take school that seriously. I mean, I always did well, you know, but I never pushed myself or really challenged myself. And actually that mentality kind of bit me in the butt in college. My freshman year of college, I failed 2 courses, and I just remember what was going through my head, like, I can't fail. I'm too smart to fail. But I was also too smart to study. So that was a problem. And I think, you know, in Korea, there's a culture of studying your butt off for everything you do when you're in school. And so, yeah, and my students here that I've seen over the last 2 years, they've impressed me. You know, I taught a class about reading literature from America and Britain, and you know, I had elementary schoolers who were reading Charles Dickens, and they mastered it. So they're way beyond what some American kids can do, and it's from an American standpoint, it's kind of scary. You know, our kids are getting left behind, and you know, these Asian countries, they're just going to soar ahead of us. And you know, I have some kids who are quadlingual: Korean, Japanese, English, Chinese. And there's, yeah, in America, there's nothing like that. It just doesn't exist. And my first point, it's after school in America, you go to a program like AM/PM or the YMCA or some kind of sports camp. And in Korea, there are a couple sports hagwons, but virtually the mentality of a Korean mother is, why should I pay someone to play with my student or with my child when I could pay someone to teach my child more, to give them a leg up on everybody else? Because this is a hyper-competitive society. You got to have people be the smartest as possible and the prettiest as possible. Some of my students are getting double eyelid surgery in elementary school. And a lot of girls, like, when they finish high school, they get, like, a nose job or a chin reduction job. They just, it's... Anyway, I don't know if that was an advantage. But more advantages of this system. It also teaches these kids incredible discipline. You know, if you're in a classroom all day, taking orders from a big, scary adult all day, you're going to follow rules and follow orders. I've had some difficulties with students, but far, far less than I ever had in America. Yeah, what are some of the bad days? I've maybe only really got mad with students like 4 times, but in America, you know, I got mad like once a week. So it's much more relaxed in that regard. And over my 2 years, I developed ways to improve kind of my class, I don't know, my teaching abilities. Because as I mentioned in the first video, students were always sleeping. But then what I did was I incorporated some videos. I myself got a lot more animated. Some days I would like chug an energy drink before class. and then I would be just like crazy, and they're like, wow, I can't sleep. This teacher's too exciting. Yeah, I eventually understood how to be an effective English teacher. It took some time. I think when I made that first video, I was still in the process of learning how to be an English teacher. I was always second guessing myself. And naturally, I was always comparing my Korean education experience to my American education experience. I was an American educator for pretty much ever since I was 18. I was involved in some kind of educational stuff. And then I come to Korea, and it's just totally different attitude. So it was quite shocking for me. But now after 2 years, maybe I'll go back to America and I'll be shocked the other way. It's like, what? These kids don't listen to me? What? These kids don't think I'm funny? Yeah. And also, I have to say this, when I started teaching 2 years ago, I've seen my students grow, and I've seen my students progress. Seeing kids grow physically, like they hit puberty, and then a couple months later, whoa, Lucy, you're so tall, and it's really exciting. And I've seen their English improve. Some kids didn't improve at all, but a lot of kids improved dramatically. I started my very first term. I was with a kid. He was in like English level 5, and my last term I taught him in English level 11, and he amazed me with his abilities. He could speak English. He was probably 6th grader. He could speak English better than an American 6th grader. Yeah, I don't know. America is gonna lose the education battle. And these kids, all of them have aspirations to go to American colleges. And, their parents got the money, they'll pay the big bucks. So, all I hope is that education, it's a race, like the smartest people are going to win. The people who are the most educated are going to win. The more you know, the better you'll be. And, yeah, I just hope that America can value education in the same way that this culture does. So, peace out.